Thank you so much. Thank you. So, some words about my person. I'm working in this business since 15 years, for correction 5 years. And I also have done this transformation from starting as a single base and then going to network RTK and cloud solutions and AI and whatever will be the future. And it's a kind of journey I want to show to you what will happen and what will be next or could be next. So, back to the history. We start, all you know, with single line base station corrections, single base, big boxes, batteries, a lot of power was needed. There was single base only, means also limitation and transition. If it was radio based, mostly in this time it was radio based by legal and law, everything was possible. Then second satellite system was introduced, GPS GLONASS corrections, and also the network RTK was introduced. And to be honest, if you check the numbers, it's 20 years ago. And now, principles the same, more satellites, more signals. I think this is the biggest change for transforming and the biggest change in developing data. We have more signals and more frequencies. It means for the future we're ready to get a faster solution and a combined solution as well. In the future, AI-driven stuff like analyzing guard, protection of your cloud, protection, anti-spoofing, anti-jamming, all this stuff will be next process. And also Topcon introduced a platform which is called TopNet Live and was done also 15, 20 years ago. What does this mean? We are in a really known market. We are here at INTERGEO, traditional survey industry. Topcon also go to Baumarkt, traditional machine control industry. Topcon also go to Agritechnica, traditional ag industry. Means these markets are clear. But also if you take around here and to look what was done and what will be new, you see lawnmowers. Means we go also to this, we call it prosumer consumer market. If you have a lawnmower at home, let's say 20 years ago it was a hand-driven, now you have to install a cable. Oh no, all based on RTK. If it's a single-based solution you bought with your cheap lawnmower, or it could be also first providers go to cloud corrections. They get also internet connection, means they are ready. You don't need to install a cable. Whatever happens in your garden, you have your freedom, which is much easier because I changed also this year. Much easier. Good. How we see the market on a global level and what will also happen? In general, we have two. Sorry, doesn't work. No, it works. In general, we have two different kind of markets. We are based agriculture, global market, means we also need corrections on areas we don't have internet coverage. But long time ago, you know, all this L-band stuff means communication over the sky, transmitting corrections over satellites. It's possible, but now we have a very long convergence time. 20 minutes, we know from the past, it was 1 hour, 2 hours that you get your RTK position. Also on a global level, we see that it's limitation in technologies. All is changing. Also, L-band has a limitation. Means global level L-band. On a regional level, you have this PPP, RTK, SSR, whatever you hear. There's a lot of, let's say, wording around. There's also a lot of changing around. A combination of all will be the future, because I think the future will you decide which is the best correction service for you, which technology will be used behind the scenes. I just think in 5 years we are at the point that we say, guys, I need a reliable correction service. If it comes from satellite, if it comes over the internet, up to the engine behind the scenes, and you get your correction. If it's a lawnmower, an agriculture robot in Brazil, if it's an offshore, whatever oil gas platform in the middle of nowhere, it could happen. It's easier. So means I see the future also in this combination of global fast PPP. Local networks will be utilized to generate all this needed troposphere correction, weather conditions. Also, we see the sun activity as well. And I think, like I told you, I think it will be an intelligent blended service behind the scenes. You get it over subscription, you get it over your smartphone, you get it over a modem inside your lawnmower. This will be the future. And the engine will decide which is the best technology I can use and which is available in my country. Because if you have GPS, you know where you are in the world. Very easy. Yeah, this is the technology, but technology has also some issues or problems we see. All this sun activity currently happened or will be the next 2-3 years on a high ionospheric activity means you also need AI engines, you also need cloud solutions, powerful cloud solutions to give you, let's say, a robust and protected environment. Because we see jamming. It depends which board, it depends what are you doing, some issues with providers and so on. But in the end of the day, the world is crazy and we see that sometimes you can't get a GPS position. Also spoofing means you don't get a reliable coordinate which is used by a system. Also obstacles are aware. Means where will you use your example lawnmower? Is it in a city center? Okay. Is it a golf course, open skies? Easier, but we need to do something behind the scenes which the miracle makes happen. Yeah. And some things we see, and only to summarize this, Topcon is working on build a reliable and robust network with different technologies behind the scenes, but all are Topcon-based technology. We provide our own PPP engines, RTK engines. We have VMware, we have boards. We work in this environment since 90 years. Yeah. All this stuff like cybersecurity. More users, guys. But cybersecurity agents behind the scenes to take care. There's not a cyber attack what happened in some private companies, and the hackers are around the world and going on. Yeah, and like I told you, AI-driven engines will be introduced. It will be a future for everybody. Yeah. And also, such integrators, like the example of the lawnmowers, we are surveyors. We know our exact accurate position on a local level, but such players are global players. Means how they set up. Do they work in, let's say, homogeneous reference frames, all the same position, all the same support? In this case, some let's say free of charge services don't support it. Yeah, and ITRF reference frames coordinates all the technical stuff behind the scenes. Yeah, also sensor fusion, buildings, multipass, it will be also AI driven in the future. It's not good working. Yeah, and also the low-cost engines on models. It's not all high-level boards like we produce for very special application. It's a pro-consumer market. You can buy a chipset for $50. You can do a Raspberry Pi and do whatever you want to do. But also these engines, they can work for their firmware. Is it single-based solution? Is it network RTK? Is the antenna model supporting PPP or not? All this stuff. And you can trust me, I've done a lot of education the last 5 years for such companies who go to the business but don't have an idea how survey works, how localization works, how engines works behind the scenes. They want a cheap service and the best accurate position. Okay, guys, a reliable service as well. What do you need? Can we do some development together? But the future is more a project-driven business with all people on the, let's say, on a round table. And what will be your goal? What are you needing? Do you need sensor fusion as well? A camera, a LiDAR? Because these lawnmowers also have a camera, sometimes a LiDAR. They also have IMUs inside and all this stuff. So, on the last one, yeah, like I told you, the quality of antenna is a massive part inside such development. Because some developments are the antenna is near the modem is near the board. it's not good, guys. You need to isolate some parts of it. And the antenna, don't use a cheap antenna. Does it support L-band frequencies as well? Does it support all constellation frequencies? If you develop a product, go with a good plan, go with a good proof of concept, and then go in the right direction. Yeah, what this means, yeah, also new consumer integrators are working in this field. And there are a lot of stuff to do, but let's say, we are happy to support you, but be aware, traditional business is clear, this is known, but the future will be also the consumer market, but it will be high-level acquired positions as well, but we are talking about mass market. They are selling not one lawnmower and one GNSS, they are selling thousands of lawnmowers to dedicated market. If it's a golf course and special, if it's an enterprise solution for a soccer field, everything is possible. And yeah, the example with the lawnmower, here you see a very easy example, but what are you doing? You take the lawnmower out of the package, you go to your garden, you take your smartphone, it's just a joystick, you drive around, you set up everything and then go. Set up a timing, it checks the weather as well, it checks everything behind the scenes. And it's automated. It knows in 5 minutes the rain will start, I will go home, it's better for the grass and better for my cleaning. Okay, do it, up to you. But it's also behind the scenes, this AI stuff. It's coming more in, new cameras, AI, face detection, whatever. Yeah, and the conclusion of all, yeah, we have different markets transforming to all, and let's call it like the blended version of the acquired position. Behind the scenes are several sensors, GNSS and networks or correction services is one sensor inside a complex world of an easy stuff. Yeah, but I think we are not all experts and developers and hackers to develop our own stuff. It will be a consumer professional product, and you decide what you need up to the budget, but also this budget goes down. Means the pricing for correction will go down. Engines decide what to do. All this stuff. Yeah. And this tuning behind the scenes. We will combine PPP, RTK, single base, we will combine satellite communication, backup communication, all stuff will go inside this. Yeah. And for the future it will be cost-effective service behind the scenes. Yeah. You can use for every type of application. You also see the trends the last years in the agriculture market. Okay, it's machines you bring out to the field, they do the job, they come home, still waiting for you. You will be a better logistic person behind the scenes with an app and control everything. Yeah, sensors, seamless technology also. Yeah, it will sensor fusion and all that stuff. So, I'm really good in timing because I know everybody's hungry and want to grab a snack. Thank you for your attention.